Hello OMG and welcome back to my channel, where today we have a video of a makeup look of our new norm. And you know, it feels weird to start off an intro with a mask on, but you know, we're dealt with some very difficult times right now. And you know, for the time being and maybe up until next year, we might be required to wear masks out in public, which means our makeup game has to change, because what is the point of doing a full face of makeup if you only see eyes? So I wanted to give you guys a makeup tutorial that is perfect for wearing a mask. So if you want to see how to get this bomb ass eye look and find out what's really underneath the mask, then go ahead and keep on watching. All right, everyone. So this is literally the new norm. And I figured, I was like, you know what? Wearing a mask is not going to go away anytime soon. And so it honestly makes our makeup routine a lot easier, because you just have to focus on your forehead and eyes, and everything else just stays the same. And so on Friday, I had to go out into the public for work. I've been very blessed to be able to work from home, but when I was doing my makeup where I had to go out in public, I was like, how do I really do my makeup? And so I only did my eyes and my forehead, because honestly, don't see the point of doing a full face of makeup if you're gonna put on a mask and it's just gonna get everywhere inside your mask and make it all gross and nasty. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this eye look. I feel like with a mask, obviously the focal point is your eyes, and we wanna have like a really pretty like look that stands out on a mask, because with a mask on, your eyes are everything. So let's go ahead and get on into this look. And if you love this mask, I'll go ahead and link it down below. I ordered it from a girl. Her Instagram handles are Mouse Trends, and another one is called By Travi, and she makes like these dope masks. They go live every Thursday at 6 p.m. and honestly, they sell out in minutes. Like, you have to be ready to purchase your mask. So I purchased this one. I want to purchase some more because it's super cute. But anyways, yeah, I'll go ahead and link it down below. I just put my hair back because I don't want it like all up in my face when I'm doing like my eyes and everything. So the first thing we obviously got to do is our eyebrows. And for our eyebrows, I'm like, where are all my tools? Like, I kind of redid my beauty room again. I know that in the last video I told you guys, but I kind of moved it back to the other way because of the lighting, but I need to find my eyebrow thing. All right, so I found my tool. I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer in the color Ebony, and we're just gonna go ahead and do the eyebrows, add some concealer, and then we will get into the eyeshadow look. So right now I be looking pale, I be looking weird with my eyebrows all thick, but before I went ahead and finished up my eyebrows and we move on to the eyeshadow look, I kind of wanted to give you guys a trick to doing your eyebrows for this specific look. I have two concealers right here. I have both the e.l.f. Cosmetic Camo Concealer, one in the color Light and one in the color Light Peach. Now, I have not been into a very brightened upper brow. Like, you know, when you carve out your eyebrows and you use your just normal concealer that you would use to brighten underneath and you use it up here, I don't like how that looks anymore. I kind of want like the top of my brows to kind of blend with my foundation. So I've been using a darker color to carve out the top of my eyebrows and the lighter color to carve out the bottom of my eyebrows. So I'm gonna be switching between these two just to do the bottom and the top. Okay, so now that the eyebrows are somewhat done, we'll gel them down more towards the end. We're gonna go ahead and apply the base to our eyeshadow. And so instead of using concealer today that I normally use, I kind of just use a mix of concealers, be it CoverGirl, e.l.f. Cosmetics, ColourPop. Today I wanted to go a little ham, so I wanted to use the P. Louise eyeshadow base in the color Rumor 02. And the reason why I wanted to use this as a base is because obviously the eyeshadow is the focal point of this new norm that we're in with wearing a mask. So I was like, you know what, let me just make sure I have a really solid base that can cover up my veins and imperfections. So I'm going to be using this brush right here. I got it from BH Cosmetics. I don't even know what it's called, but it's just like, you know, a flat brush. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pour some out. Ooh, I've been using it while, so it's kind of liquidy. And a little bit goes a long way, so you don't want to use like too much. We're just gonna go ahead and prime our eyes. So since right now it would have been like a festival time if we weren't in this quarantine, I wanted to use a palette kind of for like, you know, the time that it was this time last year. I'm going to be using the Pure Festival palette. It's a really pretty palette. I feel like Pure doesn't really get the credit they deserve when it comes to their products, but this palette is absolutely stunning in that you have your nudes, your pops of color, your glitters, your shimmers. Like, it's just a really nice palette to have in the collection, and I think I got it in a BoxyCharm, so that's why y'all should be subscribed to BoxyCharm, because they be hooking us up with some good palettes. So I'm gonna go ahead and go for more of kind of like a nude dramatic look, if that makes sense today. So we're gonna start off with this color Epic right here and go ahead and use it as the transition shade. I'm going to be using this Morphe brush. It's just kind of like a fat angled brush. There is no name on it. So we're gonna go ahead and apply that to the transition. So now I'm taking that same color and I'm kind of using the angled side and just kind of pointing it up in the corner of my eye, like flaring it out. I usually do like my eyeshadow drooping down. I don't know why, so I've been trying to like flare it up so I can get more of like that foxy cat eye look. I also see that looks kind of trending, but I feel like cat eyes have always been trending. Like, I don't know, when I was younger, I used to always do makeup and like super cut it going up with like concealer. I remember there was like that method where like you use a piece of tape to get like a super clean like cut. I hate right here when like my eyebrow gel or my eyebrow stuff makes it look super dark right there. But anyways, so you could see it's kind of like flaring up. Now this color was supposed to be a lot more brown. It's a little bit more orange than I had remembered. So it's okay, we're just gonna still create some type of like nudish look. So then the next color we're gonna go into is Hidden Desert right here. It's kind of like a burnt brick color. So I'm going to be using, what type of brush shall we use for this? I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pack it on with this brush right here. It is from Morphe again with no name on it. You know what? You ever do your makeup and you have no idea where it's going? I think I want to do a halo eye. So we're going to do a halo eye. So I'm just going to apply this to the outer. And halo eyes can look like messy and they can be difficult, but honestly, like, they're super easy. So you want to start off on the outer corner. I'm pretty sure you guys have already seen many tutorials about halo eyes, but sometimes, you know, they're still difficult. Sometimes people still can't really nail it. Practice makes perfect. So just keep practicing your halo eyes. I used to do them all the time. Sorry I keep tossing my hair all over the place. I cannot do my makeup with like my hair in my face. I don't know how these beauty gurus be doing it with like pins and stuff. Like I normally do my hair like in a little chongo and then like that's it. But I want to look somewhat decent in my videos. So as you guys can see for the halo eye, I already did the outside and now we're going to do the inside. We're going to use the same brush and we're just going to lightly tap into that darker color Hidden Desert and just kind of like carve it to the shape of my eye and almost like windshield wiping motions, because you like want the eyeshadow to meet but not like all the way. That's the whole point of the halo, is so that it literally is like, you know, a halo. There's like going to be a color in between that kind of gives you that pop. So you see how simple that was? My eyes are really dry. So if it looks patchy, I've said this before in my previous videos, like if I do my eyeshadow and it looks patchy, it's not the product, it's not what I'm using, unless I do a review on an eyeshadow palette and I know for sure it's not my eyes. So if some areas look patchy, that's why. So I just have really, really insanely dry eyes. If you guys have any recommendations on how to like better moisturize your eyes, let me know. I just use like Aveeno and like certain like creams. But I don't know, I feel like my eyes always look super dry. So I kind of just like brought that up And I'm gonna take like the fluffy brush we used for the lighter color, just kind of like blend that in so it doesn't look like too harsh. Now, I wanted to do like a nudish pinkish color to kind of match my mask. So what we're gonna do for the middle of the halo, we're gonna use this pink shimmer right here called Free Spirit. And I wanna just use my finger because I know that using your finger gives you better payoff. So, oh Lord. There we go. That's kind of silver. That's not pink. Dang it. This always happens on my channel, guys. I always mess up somehow, some way, but we end up making it work. But yeah, I recommend for a halo, using your finger for this portion so that you can really just get the placement of where you want your glitter. What's even cool is like you don't even have to use like a glitter. You can even just like go back in with a concealer or your P. Louise eyeshadow base, carve out the middle of your eye and use a matte color. And that way, you know, you could throw in like a pop purple, a pop pink, a pop of blue, whatever pop of a color you would want. I just think halo eyes look like wet and shimmery when you put a glitter. So that's kind of like why I wanted to do something like this. I originally had wanted to do more of like a cat eye, but I was like, you know what? Let's just be dramatic today because I am a dramatic person. So there we go. That is super pretty. I really like how that is looking. So now we're just gonna do the underneath of our eyebrows. So what I'm gonna do is take this CoverGirl, because it was just sitting here. I reviewed this in a previous video. If you wanna see if CoverGirl brand still slaps, I have a video, go ahead and watch it. We're just gonna take this lightest color and just apply a little bit to the underneath of my eyebrows. I don't really like the underneath of my eyebrows to pop too much. I would rather have the shadow, I'd rather have like the story of like my transition and like, you know, right here pop rather than like my eyebrow color, unless I'm going for like a natural look. And then I don't know why it's like super OCD of me, but I just feel like I always have to re-blend it in after I apply a lighter color. So this is what it's looking like so far. Now we're gonna move on to basically like the top of our forehead, which isn't going to be much. So honestly, all you have to really do, you don't even have to use foundation. I'm gonna go back in with the Camo Concealer in the color Light Sand. Again, I'm not using like a highlighted color above my eyes because I just don't like how that looks anymore. And I'm just gonna go ahead and take like a foundation brush and then just like lightly tap it in, because honestly, like all you see is your forehead and you don't need to do your whole freaking face. Like it just makes no sense. I am doing a foundation series and I know like we're gonna be wearing masks, but some people are honestly staying home. And I think there's nothing better than doing your makeup while you're at home to kind of take your mind off of things. I know I do for sure. I try to do my makeup every day, but then I also try to let my face breathe, because it's just not good for you to consistently wear all that makeup. So then right here, you just want to take the leftovers and just kind of like add it to in between your eyebrows. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna powder up the forehead to kind of set it in place. So to powder up my forehead, because I don't want a lot of shine in my forehead, because now my skin, it's still dry, but it's getting oily. I know I mentioned this in one of my previous videos where like when we get more towards summer, my skin gets a little bit more oily, but still dry. It's weird, I got combo skin. So I'm gonna take this BH Cosmetics Studio Pro. It's in the shade 215. It's a matte finish pressed powder. It's really good. And I'm just gonna go ahead and use it to just pat down my face. One thing that sucks about these brushes, this is another Morphe brush, the hairs shed like crazy. And then you just wanna add a little bit right here. And then now we're gonna move on to bronzer. I'm telling you, like quarantine makeup is seriously like the easiest thing on earth. So then we're gonna go ahead and use for bronzer, Kylie Cosmetics Tequila Tan. I like her bronzers. They're not as buttery as Morphe's. Morphe's is my favorite, if y'all know, in the color Icon. It's the Glamour Bronze. That is my favorite. But honestly, for our forehead, and we're just doing our forehead, this bronzer will do. So I just kind of like carve it out the way I normally would. And then that is pretty much it for the forehead. So we have to finish off the eyes. So I want the eyes to definitely pop, so we're gonna do some eyeliner. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the NYX Epic Wear Waterproof Eyeliner in the color black. It's just a plain black one. And we're just gonna go ahead and do a winged out eyeliner. Okay, so the wing liner is done, and that was honestly pretty easy. I've been doing my eyeliner for such a long time that honestly doing a wing is no brainer for me. So yes, I'm actually happy with how it came out. Sometimes my wings be looking like cousins and not sisters, but I think today they look like, you know, they look like they're related. So now we gotta finish up the bottom of the eyes, and we already primed it with a little bit of that P. Louise eyeshadow base. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply a little bit of the leftovers of what's left, and kind of just like, there was any shadow that fell right here, just kind of like blending it out, getting rid of it. So for the bottom of the eyes, I kind of want to do more of a brown smoked out look. So we're going to use the color All Night, and we're just going to go ahead and grab, first I kind of want to grab more of like a rounded angle brush. We're going to, I can't even talk. We're going to use this, I can never talk, I swear I stutter too much. We're going to use this like, kind of like angled brush, and we're just gonna like lightly tap in. This is a very pigmented palette. If you guys are in the market to get a palette and you want something that has nudes with a pop of color, this palette is dope. Look, I got eyeliner. Okay, maybe we should just wait a little bit. Let's wait, let the eyeliner dry, and then we'll do the bottom of the eyes. So I kind of fixed that like eyeliner that got in the top of my freaking lid, and I just added some eyeshadow on top of it. But we're gonna take this brown color again in the color All Night, and we're just gonna kind of like smoke it out and kind of have it meet the eyeliner, because again, remember, like the eyes are the focal point of this new era of wearing masks that we are in. So might as well practice on our eye makeup and make it as dramatic as possible. I'm just gonna kind of keep smoking it, blending it. And then if I see like maybe it's making me look like I'm bruised right here, I just get rid of it with what's left over on the P. Louise. I'm sorry, I use the brush that I use for the P. Louise eyeshadow base, and it just helps to get rid of it. So there we go, it's a little smoked out. Always start off towards like the edges of your eyes and then bring it up. Reason is if you start off towards right here, the inner of your eyes, you might look bruised. You might have put too much shadow there, and you definitely don't want to look discolored or anything like that. It just feels weird too, like not wearing foundation, but it also kind of feels good. She smoked. You know what, I was kind of thinking I want to add, I think, some brown to where I did the halo. So I'm just going to take a brush with a little bit of all-nighter and kind of just like pack it in just a little bit and kind of like recreate the halo. I just feel like it might look better. Don't try this step at home. Try and make sure that you know what color halo you want to do, but this is how I feel like real makeup goes. Like you could decide, oh my god, like this is what I'm gonna do, and then it ends up being completely different. You know, it is what it is. I just think that brown would look better. Okay, and then we're gonna do the other eye. Just do it very lightly. And then now we want to do the inner. This is where we got to be very careful, especially because I'm going back in with like a darker color. And I'm just going to go ahead and just like blend that in ever so lightly to kind of give more of a brown effect. You could still see like that burgundy brick color I use. I just kind of wanted to just make it a little bit more dramatic. So the only thing I really have to like go back and fix is the eyeliner, just because I did add some brown shadow that it kind of like overlapped and made the eyeliner look lighter than what it is on the edges. So just go back in with your eyeliner and then quickly paint over if that does happen to you, and it fixes it. Okay, so now that the eyes are almost done, we're gonna go ahead and just gel down our eyebrows. I'm gonna be using the ColourPop Brow Boss Gel Brow. It's just like a white gel brow, no color to it. It's not the best, to be honest with you, but it'll do. I really like the Benefit Cosmetics one, the clear one, the 24-hour setting gel, brow gel, but it's a little expensive, and this one right here I think was only like $3 or something. So this will do, especially for an at-home look, or if you're just gonna go to the grocery store real quick, or honestly, if you have to work and you have to wear a mask. I mean, this will last you throughout the day. It's not my favorite, but it'll last you. So then next we're gonna go ahead with my favorite mascara. This is the Trace Good Vibes Mascara, and we're just gonna go ahead and apply it to the top. And then we're gonna, of course, apply some falsies, because again, your eyes are the focal point of this new norm that we are in. So might as well go big, do some mascara, do some falsies, and call it a day. So I'm going to be using the Makeup Shack lashes in the style Bad and Bougie. If you haven't already seen, I just did a review on their lashes, so make sure you watch that. I do a lot of lash reviews on my channel. I wouldn't say that I mainly do lash reviews, but those are the types of videos that you guys like the most. So if obviously y'all are in quarantine, and if you're bored, you got nothing else to do, make sure you watch all my videos, make sure you subscribe to your girl. I do work full time, and even though I am working from home, for the time being, it is still very difficult to create content. I pretty much have to like film everything on the weekend. Because my job is just, oh God, girl. I mean, I'm blessed to have my job, but it's a lot right now. All I can say is it's a lot right now. So we're gonna go ahead and apply the Bad and Bougie lashes, and then we'll finish up with the bottom mascara, and then we're pretty much done. Okay, so the lashes are on. I'm feeling bad, I'm feeling bougie, so this is what they look like. So then now it's time to do the bottom eyes. We're going to apply some bottom mascara. Where is my mascara? Here it is. We're going to be using the Haken Henry Clout Mascara, and we're just going to be using the thinner side to apply some of it. So what's really important is after you apply your eyelashes, you can kind of see the glue, and especially since, you know, we're in a quarantine, and if you are going to be rocking eye looks and you obviously are going to be wearing your mask because you're going to follow the rules, you want to make sure that you cover anything that is sticking out that shouldn't be sticking out, like eyeshadow. If the glue dried, you know, a different color, if it dried clear, if it dried blue, you want to make sure that you carefully go over. If you're like me and you get eyeliner on your lashes, just take an eyebrow brush and comb it out, and it combs out and it doesn't dry in there. It doesn't change the look of the lashes. So just lightly comb it out, because sometimes it can get messy. But yeah, you definitely don't want to be rocking the duo glue look on your eyeliner, because that's just not a cute look. Sometimes I forget to do it, honestly, but now that we're in quarantine and eyes are the focal point, you don't want to forget this step. And then let's just brush off the excess of what got on there. And then the top eyes look way better. So then lastly, what we're going to do is grab this black pencil, and this part is always weird, but you want to just apply it towards your waterline, just so that there's like no weird spaces. I think my lash is not applied correctly. Pinch it down. And then I'm gonna go ahead and apply it to the waterline of my bottom eyes. And then honestly, for shits and giggles, we're gonna apply some highlighter towards the inner corner of our eye. I'm just gonna use the Laura Lee Glaze palette. I'm gonna go ahead and take what's left over of the color Diamonds in this palette, and then just apply it for a little bit of a pop. Because hey, we could still do pops of highlight. You don't have to necessarily forget about it. All right, my jurors, this is the final look, and it feels so weird to do a video where I have a mask on and I'm like, hey guys, this is the final look. But honestly, this is the times we live in. This is the final look. But seriously, look how pretty like a dramatic eye looks with a mask. Like, you know what? In life, when you're dealt lemons, you make lemonade. When you're dealt with situations, you make the best of it. And just because we're in a situation where, you know, we're gonna be wearing masks, we might have to be wearing masks up until next year. I don't want that to take away from my art and my love of makeup. And this is my way of still staying intact with my art, still having fun with my makeup. You know, buy masks that are colorful, that are cute, that make you feel good, that you can match your makeup with if it's gonna make you feel happy to do your makeup. But I really hope that you guys all like this look. Please give it a big thumbs up. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. I hope that you guys really like it. Stay tuned for my next videos. I feel like I should make more videos with mask on because this is honestly super cute. But anyways, please make sure to stay home during this time and make sure you also spread peace, love, and happiness. I will see you all in my next one.